Hey everybody, Dave here with Blue Bears Games, and today we're cracking packs. What's today's packs? Mystery packs. Not the ones I make for cons, but actual mystery packs from Wizards. So, I went ahead and bought a couple of these baby boys, and I want to point out the first thing that you don't really know until you get them is these things are super thin. Well, usually when they do a special edition box, like the Masters boxes, they come with like a triangular shape to them or whatnot, but these are extremely thin. And I know it's because there's only 24 packs, but wow, this is a small box. When I got the 3 boxes, I got it in a little box, and I was like, are they in there? Because usually a box is pretty big, but no, they are. So let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully, we go ahead and get some of the things that I've been looking for. Mostly for Commanders, what I'm looking for, so... Yeah, everybody's looking for the Mana Crypt or what have you. I'm looking for it, but, you know, I want other things too. You know, things that are good for specifically red decks, and I don't have a lot of those, so I'm just hoping for a lot of different things at once. Not expecting anything too great, but I am expecting something, so let's pull these all out. I'm hoping that I keep my luck going from the last box, but we shall see. First thing I'll notice, I'll show you the packs. They don't have the rip seal or the rip tear thing on them at all, so you can't just do them like the new packs. So you gotta open them like the old packs, guys. They open pretty easily though. Alright, so we'll start with these do not go in, you know, common, uncommon, rare, or mythic slot. These actually go in color order. So I will go ahead and zoom in here a little bit for you and read them off. So light form, it goes in color order. So white, then blue. It gives you 2 of each. Then black, then red, and then green, and then it gives you like a colorless or gold card after that, or a mixed card. And first pack, guys, I've paid for it already, and even better is my foil was a full rare, and the full rare is one that I not only did I need for many decks, I wanted for many decks. So right off the bat, first pack pull, I paid for the box. So congrats to me. The rest of the box I can rest easy on. So how do you like them apples? So not too bad. I asked if I could have the luck stay with me, and it did. So congrats to me, I guess. We'll go ahead and put this out like that. So look at that, guys and gals, right off the bat. Alright, you know, this is funny. So, in the common slot, Savannah Lines, I don't know how many people know this, but this actually was a rare when it came out in beta, or alpha, whatever you want to call it. Alpha, beta, unlimited, and revised. This was a rare slot. Now it's a common because it's nothing. Savannah Lines, how far you have fallen. Alright, what else do we got here? Mole Drifter's good. Stab Wound, Evan Carr's Justice. Goblin Bombardments are awesome. I do have them, but I do need more for just in case. Rolling Thunder, Kintree Warden, Kavu Climber, Thought Erasure. A Whisper Silk is always good. Thank you. I've been wanting Defense of the Heart, for a lot of different reasons. It's just a great overall card, and now I've got one. It's been a long time since I've had them. If you want me to read it, I'll read it. It's during your upkeep, if one of your opponents controls 3 or more creatures, you can sacrifice it. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards and put those creatures into play. So it's a really good card. All right. The other thing is another rare, Deep Glow Skate. It enters the battlefield. Double the number of each kind of counter on any number of target permanents. That's pretty good too. And then a Foil Blighted Agent. It's an infect creature that's unblockable. So, I don't know. They keep selling. I keep reading. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I'm here to tell you so far. I'm on box 1. It's worth it. All right. Next, I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit more for you. Knight of Sorrows. Pegasus Courser. Not a really good card. Labyrinth Guardian. Concentrate. Reassembling Skeleton. Nameless Inversion. It's actually not a bad card. Spark Mage Apprentice. Distemper of the Blood. Thrive. Commune with the Gods. Croesus's Charm. A Burnished Heart. Burnished Hearts are good. I did stock up on these a long time ago when I was buying Theros. I bought plenty of it, so I got plenty of them in my boxes. Good card, though. Mana Tithe. A white counterspell, by the way. It's a white Daze. No, not Daze. I'm sorry. Force Spike. Yeah, Force Spike. Trading Post, which I'm not going to lie, I was literally going to buy a couple of these the other day. This box just keeps on giving. Trading Post is Commander like 101 here. It does what you need it to do. Almost every scenario, it's pretty good. So for 4, pay 1, tap it, discard a card, and you gain 4 life. For 1 tap, pay a life, you create an 0/1 goat. And who doesn't love goats? For 1 and tap it, sacrifice a creature and return an artifact from your graveyard to your hand. And for 1 and tap it, you can sacrifice an artifact to draw a card. And if you didn't know, it loops back around and around that each one can do it. So that's good. Now, I'm super happy about this. I'm a big fucking fan of slivers. Sorry for the cursing, but I love slivers. The only sliver I don't have that I can recall is Sinew Sliver. Not only do I have now got one, it's in foil, baby. Ooh, look at that. That's awesome. This box is awesome. Alright, up next, let's see. Alright, Bartered Cow. I won't read them all. I'll just go through them. And then once I get to something exciting, I'll read it off to you. Throwing Bird's not bad, but it's not great. Grape Shot's a good thing. I was actually running out of Grape Shots. I'm really happy to see this in here. And yes, I get excited over commons, by the way, because commons are what makes the deck. Rares might, be good, but you got to fill it out with commons, and the commons are what makes or breaks your deck, in my opinion. I'm not a professional player, just so you guys are aware. I just have been playing for 26 years now, so I think it's 26 years. But Grape Shot, it's to the cast, it's a sorcery, it deals 1 damage to our creature or player, but then it has Storm. We all know how Storm is. Alright, what else we got? Talons of Wildwood. I'm a fan of the auras that can return to your hand in some way, shape, or form, and this is one of the good ones. Alright, Scatter the Seas, Winding Constrictor. I like Cycle Lands too for stuff. Well, alright, so I'm not really happy about this one, but I can't complain, the box is great. I already have Dragon Brood Brothers in foil. Not a fan of the card, but it's my mythic. So it is, I'll take it, but not really a fan. Memory Erosion, the other rare. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. And the foil is, ooh, that's a good one too. Frozen Ether, creatures and lands your opponents control come into play tapped. Still not a bad pack out of a really good box. Alright. And Take Vengeance, Bethnic Giant. So many jokes about deep analysis. Played, I don't even know what that is. It's 1 to cast, 1/1 spirit, sacrifice a creature, target creature gets -1. Okay. Brute Strength, Prophetic Ravings, Ewit! I actually only had 1, now I have 2. Alright, so Ewit is one of the, I think it's like a $6 uncommon. It will drop. I know that the prices will drop a little bit because of the mystery boosters, but hey, they're going to go back up eventually, right? So it's a 3 to cast 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, it turns into a regrowth. So return target card from your graveyard to your hand. And that's in the uncommon slot. That means that this pack's going to get even better. Tri-lands are always good. Hippie sucks. Hate Hypnotic Specters. I have a million of them. Nobody cares for them. Thalia's Lancers. 5 to cast, 4/4 first strike. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a legendary card, reveal it, put it in your hand. And the foil Not of This World. Counter target spell or ability that's not colored. So the target's a permanent you control, not at this royal cost. No, I'm sorry. I thought this was something else. Alright, so counter target spell or ability that targets a permanent you control. It costs 7 less to cast if it targets a creature you control with a power 7 or greater, and it's foil. So, not the greatest pack, again, but I don't really need any of the packs to really be all that great at this point anyway. Woohoo! First pack, I can't believe it. First pack! Alright, let's keep going. Palace Jailer. Don't know this one off the top of my head. Enters, you become the monarch. Okay. That's good. Okay. A disenchant. Called Heal, Dream Twist, Bone Splinters, Scuttling Death. Galvanic Blast is good. Deals 2 damage to any target. If you have Metalcraft, it deals 4. Quiet Disrepair. What the heck is that? Nuck Levy. 4/4. Enters the battlefield. You may return a sorcery card. Oh, okay. I got it. Alright. Alright. Frogmite. Soothsaying. I haven't seen this in forever. Soothsaying is an interesting card. It's a 1 to cast enchantment. For 5, you can shuffle your library, or for X, you can look at the top X cards of your library and put them back in any order. So basically, you can. It's not Scry, because I think in Scry you can put it on the bottom, but you can rearrange. Oh, this box just got so much better. And Teferi's Protection. I don't have one of these. I didn't get this. This is so good of a box. Alright, if you don't know what it is, 3 to cast instant. Until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you have protection from everything. Everything! All permanents you control phase out, and then you exile it. So basically, for an entire cycle of turns, you are basically invisible. Holy crap, this box. And I actually am a big fan of the Soul Sisters thing, and I don't actually have a foil Souls Attendant, so now I do. So, wow. What in the world? I'm not even a third of the way through the box, and it's not only paid for itself, it's gotten well above. Alright. First pack that's going to be a pain to open. Nope, got it. Alright. Ooh, I'm getting sweaty. Alright, Savannah Lines again. The old rare, shifted card from rare to common. That's pretty bad, actually. Alright, Pacifism, Water Cursor. Arcane Denials are good. They counter a spell, and then its controller may draw up to 2 cards, and you may draw a card at the beginning of the next upkeep. Murder. Spot Removal. Naturalize. Bastion Root Walla. What's this guy? Mist Metal Witch is 2 to cast for a 1/1. Exile target creature, return. Okay, it's a blinker. Alright. A Signet. Alright, and I believe this is the rare. And I see something behind it that I'm not going to get too excited about it. Chancellor of the Annex. Is that a rare? I think it's a rare. Alright. It's, you may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do, then each opponent casts his or her first spell of the game, counter unless they pay an additional 1. It has flying, and whenever an opponent casts a spell, counter unless they pay 1. Collective Brutality. I'm not going to lie. For value's sake only, I only had 1. And it's great to see that I've got another one now for if I want to use them. I don't like to use my cards if I only have 1 of them. And the foil is, again, my foil is a foil Planeswalker. You'd think I'd be happy, but the simple fact of the matter is that Sarkham, for me, doesn't really do it. I don't play these colors. So, it's good, but, maybe I'll do a giveaway with it. Maybe. Because, there are some things I just don't care for, and that's one of them. I don't really like them, so maybe. Alright, next pack. We're a third of the way after this pack is done. So, Dismantling Blow, Clutch, Memory Lapse, Cower in Fear, Impact Tremors, good one. Alright, Impact Tremors, 2 to cast enchantment. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Really good for things like Purphoros and a lot of, token generation decks. So, not bad. Basswood Gorger, Desert Twister, oldie but goodie. Sorcerer's Broom, and I believe that's actually a rare. I can't remember in my head if that's a rare or not. I'll have to look it up later. I'll put it in there. But Night of Dawn, 2 to cast, or 3 to cast, 2/2 first striker. It gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Sewer Nemesis, not the greatest of rares either. For the cast for star. When it enters the battlefield, choose a player. This power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in each or in that chosen player's graveyard. Whenever the chosen player casts a spell, that player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. Not great. And then the foil is a Codex Shredder. So, alright, that's a third of the way through the box. Alright, Caught in the Brights, Arrest, Dispel, Thornwood Fairies, Mind Drake. Absorb Vista is a bad card. Faceless Looting is good. Blossoming Dryad. Armadillo Cloak. They've made 2 versions of this, and this is the original version of it. 3 to cast to give a creature. It's an aura 2/2 and trample, and whenever that creature deals damage, it can gain that much life. Pretty much it's lifelink. Eldrazi Devastator. Alright. The rare Dolmen Gate. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures that I control. Mirror Entity is a 3 to cast 1/1 shapeshifter. It's changeling until end of turn. The creatures you control have base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types, and it's X for that ability. And Puka's Mischief. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exchange control of target non-land permanent you control and target non-land permanent and opponent controls with an equal or lesser converted mana cost. Next, I don't know if I'm going to get much more out of this because, I mean, Teferi's Protection and a Mana Crypt in the first third of the box. A couple good foils to go with it. Who knows? So, Slipstream, Prodigal Sorcerer, Ward-Eye Witch, Grixis Grave, or Slave Driver. I don't actually know this one. It's a Zombie Giant. When it leaves the battlefield, create a 2/2 zombie creature token as on Earth. Okay. Lightning Shrieker, Penumbra Spider, Groundswell, Giant Baiting, and Sagittarian Refuge. Floodgate. Alright, let's see what we got here. Taurian Mauler. Changeling, whenever a 3 to cast 2/2, whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's not too bad. Alright, and the foil is Gleeful Sabotage. Destroy an artifact or enchantment with Conspire. Alright, next. They did make these packs easy to open, that's for sure. Alright. Fortify. Homunculus. Crustacean. Dismember is a good card. It's 3 to cast, but it's Phyrexian mana. So it's 2 Phyrexian mana, and target creature gets -5/-5, so you can play that in pretty much, not in Commander, by the way, but you can play it, it's for, you know, Modern and such. Driver of the Dead. Vandalize. Fall of the Hammer. Alright. Nothing too... Ooh! Okay. Alright. I was about to say nothing good so far. Thought Vessel. This is a Commander staple for most decks. I don't have any until now, obviously. I want to put it in every deck I have because you just want the ability. So it's a 2 to cast. Doesn't come into play tapped Mana Rock to add a colorless, and you have no maximum hand size. I've been hoping to get one of these in here, so I'm really happy with this. Alright, and Rishadan Footpad. Eldritch Evolution is the rare, as an additional cast to cost. Eldritch Evolution, sacrifice a creature, search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, where X is 2 plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost, and put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library, and then exile Eldritch Evolution. And our foil was Kolrath Knight, 5 to cast, 3/3 Flying Wither. And creatures your opponents control with counters on them can't attack or block. So, it sucks. I don't like... I don't play black-red except for blues in between them. So when I get, you know, a lot of specific cards, I'm just like, ugh. Some good cards, but I just, you know, I don't really care for them. I'm not really a, you know, black-red player. Moonlit Strider. Gush is good. Tidal Wave. Instill Infection. Inquisition of Kozilek. Good uncommon. 1 black in sorcery. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it with converted mana cost 3 or less, and that player discards that card. So pretty good hand destruction. Volcanic Rush. Let's see. Search for Tomorrow is good. Search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. It has Suspend, so it's not bad. Good for ramping. Hunter's Ambush. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by non-green creatures. Alright. Moonglove Extract. Alright. Our rare is Phyrexian Metamorph. I do already have a playset of these, but you know what? It doesn't hurt to have more. This is a good all-around card for Commander. So for the cast for a 0/0, you may have Phyrexian Metamorph enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact or creature on the battlefield, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. So it's like a clone, but better. Like, it's way better than a clone, I gotta be honest with you. Phyrexian Plague Lord. Sacrifice Phyrexian Plague Lord. Target creature gets -4/-4 until on the turn, or sacrifice a creature. Target creature gets -1/-1. May go ahead and put him into the... I might put that guy into Slimefoot. That's actually pretty good. Alright, the foil is Pillipala. Pillipala. Dumb name, great card. 2 to cast for a 1/1. Flying. 2 tap and untap him. 2 and untap him. Add 1 mana of any color to mana pool. So many stupid infinite combos with him. So many. Too many to name. I can't do it. I'm not going to even try. You want to know them? Look them up. There's a lot of them. Pillipala pretty much is like infinite combo center. He just, he just does nothing but infinite combos. So, and it's good. I have him in foil. Alright. Gust Walker. Sky Hunter Skirmisher. It's actually a good one. It's a cat, so a lot of people like this. I use it. It's good for my budget decks. 3 to cast, 1/1 double striking flyer, and it's a cat, so he's on theme with a lot of things. Surakar Banisher. Repulse. Oldie but goodie. Tar Snare. Blessings of something. Bells and Lock. Death by Dragons. Great name, not so good a card. 6 to cast, each player other than target player creates a 5/5 dragon with flying. Ancestral Mask. That's a good aura. 3 to cast, enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each other enchantment on the battlefield. Borderland Ranger is a good one. Enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it and put it into your hand. Storm Chaser Chimera. Mirshire, and Phantasmal Dragon are rare. Oh, interesting. This box gets better and better. I just saw what was behind it too, and I'm super stoked. All right, expropriate. Expropriate. 9 to cast. Council's Dilemma. Starting with you, each player votes for time or money. For each time vote, take an extra turn. After this one, for each money vote, choose a permanent owned by the voter and gain control of it, and then exile it. Expropriate. Good card. But I don't know if you saw it when I was going through, but wait till you see this one. I'm super stoked about this one because I never thought I'd have one. Not only do I have one in foil now. You ready? Ha ha! Look at that pretty baby. I never thought I'd have one, so I never thought to make a deck with it. I've heard it's fun, and maybe that's coming. So, Reaper King. It's 2 different converted mana costs. It's anywhere from 5 to 10. Couldn't really tell you because it could depend on the situation. 6/6, Scarecrow Legendary Artifact Creature. Wow. And other Scarecrows you control get +1/+1, and when another Scarecrow enters the play under your control, destroy a permanent. He's so beautiful. Alright, so I don't know if I want to open the other boxes now, because none of them are going to be as good as this one. Oof. Alright. Jeez. This box just keeps on giving. Alright, let's see what we got. More. I said I couldn't get more, and I lied. Well, not really lied, but... Alright, perfect. Perfect. Alright, Master Transmuter. I'm actually trying to do a Layla, and I'm thinking of throwing this guy in there, and I didn't have one. Or if I did have one, I couldn't find it. Master Transmuter is a 4-cast 1/2 that you can pay a blue and tap it. Return an artifact you control to its owner's hand to put an artifact from your hand into play. Basically, he just swaps them in. It's really good. That's a good one. Don't know who this is because I didn't really open a lot of this set. So, Alicia, who smiles at death, is 3-cast 3/2. First strike. Whenever Alicia, who smiles at death, attacks, you may pay a hybrid of white and black. And if you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. So, that's a good good ability, actually. And the rare... Is it a rare? I can't tell. But the foil is Celestial Kieran. 4-cast 3/3. Flying, whenever you play a Spirit Arcane spell, destroy all permanents with that spell's converted mana cost. Huh. That's pretty cool, actually. Alright, next. Try not to make this video take too long, but unfortunately there's too many good things in here. And it's going a little longer than I wanted it to. So, I'll try to speed it up for you. Academy Journey Mage, Vampire Envoy, Dragon Whelp. Let's see, Invigorate's a good card. Free to cast if you really do it right. Fires, if you have a Maya, is a good one. Back in the day when, you know, I think it was some kind of Kavu. I forget what it was. It dealt 4 damage to a creature when it came into play, and then it gave haste. Creatures you control have haste, so a lot of people are looking for a card that does that, and it's in green-red. Sacrifice it, and target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Helm of Awakening is a good card. I have my play set from a long time ago, but it's not bad to have extras. It just says all spells cost 1 colorless mana less. Cage Sun, not bad either. 6 to cast artifact. It's great for commander if you're, have enough mana to get it out. It says as it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1, and whenever a land ability causes you to add 1 or more mana of the chosen color, add 1 additional mana of that color. So, it's pretty good too. And the foil is Runetail Kitsune Ascendant. So, what he does is when you have 30 or more life, flip him. And when you flip him, prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control. So, may go in Aloro, may not. I don't have any creatures in Aloro anymore, so makes sense to go in Aloro. Alright, what do we got here? Paladin of the Blood, Scroll Thief, Enlightened Maniac. Flame Jab. Flame Jab, actually, is pretty funny. Flame Jab deals 1 damage to our creature or player, and then has Retrace, so you may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a land card and paying its mana cost. So it's pretty funny, actually. I'm trying to think what would be left that I'd want that would make this box totally epic. Bow of Nylea was the rare. 3D cast enchantment. I'm actually glad I got this. I think I sold a couple decks with these in them, and I actually like the ability for some commander decks. It's a legendary enchantment artifact for 3. Gives all of your creatures death touch, or attacking creatures, sorry. And for 2 and tap, choose one. You can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, or Bow of Nylea deal 2 damage to target creature with flying, or you gain 3 life, or put up to 4 target cards from your graveyard on the bottom of your library in any order. So, a lot of things going on there. Beastmaster Ascension, 3 to cast, enchantment. This is the green pack, apparently. Whenever a creature you control attacks, put a quest counter on it, and then as long as there are 7 or more quest counters, all your creatures get +5/+5. And Fate Spinner. Don't know this one. 3 to cast, creature to 1/2. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player chooses draw, step, main phase, combat phase, or combat phase. Player skips each instance of that chosen step or phase this turn. Huh. I kind of like that. That's pretty funny, actually. What else we got here? We're on the last third. That was only 2/3 of the way through. Fascination. Each player draws X cards, or each player puts top X cards of his or library. Ooh, that's got to go into Nikusar. I forgot. I didn't have one of those. Price of Progress deals to each player equal to twice the number of non-basic lands that player controls. So it deals damage equal to twice the number of non-basics they control. So that's a good one. Cleansing Screech deals 4 damage to any target. That's not good. Lead the Stampede. Venom Sliver. Slivers you control have Death Touch. Like that one. Ethereal Ambush. And Universal Solvent. And then the rare. Dominus of Fealty. Not really happy with this. I had this in one of my decks for the longest time. And it didn't really do me anything. It's 5 hybrid mana of red-blue. For a 4/4 flyer, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you may gain control of target permanent until end of turn, and if you do, untap it, and it gains haste. The deck I had it in really didn't do anything for me. It didn't do anything for the deck, so. Shamanic Revelation, 5 to cast sorcery, draw a card for each creature you control. Actually, that's not too bad. Ferocious, you gain 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. And a Chimney Imp, which isn't really all that exciting. I actually think I have a place that a Chimney Imp was just because it was in packs I opened. Or was in a collection I bought. Alright. I told you I wasn't expecting a whole lot. Treasure Mage, 3 to cast 2/2. When it enters battlefield, search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 6 or greater. Yeah, I know, I'm speaking fast. I'm doing it on purpose. I want to get through this so I can at least cut some of the time off of this. Alchemist Greeting deals 4 damage to target creature. Sulphurous Blast deals 2 damage to each creature and each player. If you cast this spell during your main phase, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each player instead. Actually not bad either. Dragon Scale Boom. Bloodbraid Elf. Used to be, I believe, banned. If I'm not mistaken, it was banned in Modern for a while. 4 to cast, 3/2 with Haste and Cascade. Cascade, or I believe Cascade and Ripple are similar. Cascade, when you cast a spell, exile cards from the top of your library into exile a non-land card, and that costs less than this card. You may cast it without paying its mana cost, and then put the exile cards on the bottom of your library. So, basically, it makes a lot of things free. Not a big card. Tectonic Edge, good for Commander if you have already used up your Wasteland, your Strip Mine, you know. It destroys a non-basic land, and you can activate it only if the opponent controls 4 or more lands. Gilt-Leaf Palace is my rare. The only ones of these lands I have are the blue-black ones for fairies, so it's good to see these in here. Gilt-Leaf Palace is, as it comes into play, you may reveal an elf card. And it's a dual land. It's a black-green dual land. Cauldron of Souls, 5 to cast artifact. Interesting, I just realized. Okay, sorry about that. Apparently I got interrupted there. It's interesting that the rares, I know that they said they were going to make them like they came from the time period they came from, but it's just weird that they didn't make the rares have the hollow stamping. Cauldron of Souls, 5 to cast. Tap, choose any number of target creatures. Each of those creatures gains persist until end of turn. And Fiery Gambit, I believe that's a rare as well. 3 to cast, flip a coin until you lose a flip or choose to stop flipping. If you lose a flip, Fiery Gambit has no effect. If you win 1 or more flips, Fiery Gambit deals 3 damage to target creature. If you win 2 or more flips, it deals 6 damage to each opponent. And if you win 3 or more flips, draw 9 cards and untap all lands you control. Actually, that's pretty funny. That's pretty cool. Excuse me, guys. Maybe I have the itis. Alright. I don't. Just kidding. Alright. Trinket Mage. That's the one that's 1 or less. Yes, it goes and finds an artifact that costs 1 or less and puts it in your hand. That's good. Let's see. Okiba Gang Shinobi. It's a rat. I'm actually making a rat deck right now. I gotta read this. Hold on. 5 to cast, 3/2 ninjutsu. When ninjutsu deals combat damage to a player, that player discards 2 cards. Not what I'm hoping for with it, but I'll look further into that. I'm literally like, ooh, good card. I'm literally making a rat deck right now, just for fun. Essence Warden is essentially one of the Soul Sisters, but in green. She's 1 green for a 1/1 that whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. It's really a good card because it's an elf. Anytime you make an elf do something other things do, it's infinitely better. Death Reap Ritual. Morbid. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, you may draw a card. That's actually not bad. Oh, I might have to put that. I might have to make a small adjustment into Slimefoot because that thing's killing creatures all the time. Interesting. Never thought I'd see the day that I got that. Okay. Ash Barons, Avalanche Riders, Michaeloth. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. I made the Slimefoot deck, and I didn't have Michaeloth in my collection, and I literally bought it on TCG Player for like 50 cents, and then shipping. And then I bought these boxes right afterwards, and I was like, you know what? It's in there. I bet you I get one first box. Guess what? I thought it was going to be first pack. I got it, because it's in my Slimefoot deck. So 5 to cast, 4/4, Devour 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 sap for each +1/+1 counter on them. Leveler. That's, just, I figured that was going to happen. Alright, 5 to cast for a 10/10. When it comes into play, remove your library from the game. Ooh, I see an Oracle from Thassa in its future. Alright. So we only got a couple packs left. Alright, Danitha's good. Wall of Omens is really good. 2 to cast, 0/4 Defender. That when it comes into play, draw a card. Opt is always good. Let's see what we got. Brazen Wolves, Goblin Balloon Brigade. Let's see. Armillary Sphere is good. So it's 2 to cast, 2 tap, sacrifice it, and search your library for 2 base land cards, reveal them, put them in their hand. The rare is Violent Ultimatum. So 2 black, 3 red, 2 green. Destroy 3 target permanents. Boros Reckoner, whenever it's a Phyrexian mana, or not Phyrexian, sorry. Hybrid mana, red-white for 3. 3/3, when it deals damage, when is dealt damage, it deals damage to another target and it gains first strike. Ooh, full Mindslaver. Mindslaver, 6 to cast. Artifact. 4, tap it and sacrifice it, and you control target player's next turn. A lot of people like that card. I'm not really that big a fan of it myself. It's just, it's blah. I don't mind controlling people's turns, but it's still, Angel Song is a White Fog, Soul Warden. Hey, there's the other Soul Sister. I think I've got one of each of them. Glint, Dazzling Lights, Aid the Fallen, Dinosaur Hunter, Firebrand Archer I actually use in some decks for Commander. 2 to cast, 2/1. When you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Just whittles them down. Sahara Ledgewalker. 2 to cast, 1/1 hexproof. Can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Sandstone Oracle. When it enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. If that player has more cards in hand than you, draw cards equal to the difference. Alright. Knoll Spine Dragon is the first rare. 7 to cast, 7/5 flyer. Comes into play, discard your hand and draw cards equal to the damage dealt to target opponent this turn. When it comes into play, you may discard your hand and draw cards equal to the damage dealt to target opponent this turn. Okay. Another trading post. Not gonna lie, I'm actually needing a bunch of them, so that's good. And Stalking Stones is the foil. So trading post out of that, definitely needed. Like getting trading post. That was my first repeat, actually. Sarah's Embrace. Let's see. Wake of the Reflection. Nothing. Fungal infection, pyrotechnics. Anything good? Overrun's good. I use that in a lot of budget decks. Corrosion Verge. Not horrible if you're in a bind. It's enters the battlefield tapped and adds a colorless. And for 2 tap, you can sacrifice it, search your library for forests and the plains and put them onto the battlefield tapped. So it's pretty good actually. I can't tell if that's the rare. That's not the rare. Eldrazi Monument. All right. Eldrazi Monument I actually needed for the deck I'm building right now because I used the only one I had. So let's read this. 5 to cast. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and have flying and indestructible. And at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature, and if you can't, sacrifice the monument. And behind it is my second repeat, another foil in Norn's Annex. So not mad about that, but there are some foils out there in this set or in this box that could have been. But I'm not upset about it. But having repeats is going to be out of 24 packs. You wouldn't expect there to be a lot of repeats, but for that to happen, that's I don't know. Maybe it could be mapped. Let's see, Cathodian. Alright, what do we got here? I don't know if that's rare. Here, my problem is that between the lighting and my blindness, I can't tell if that's silver. I think that's silver. Alright. Debtor's Knell. 3 hybrid black-white and 4. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield on your control. Huh, that's not bad, actually. And then, that's weird. I'm getting into... Alright, last pack. I'm getting into a lot of dupes now, and there are some things that I haven't even gotten yet. So, that's weird. Alright, let's see what the last pack gives. Anything too good. Goblin War Chief is good. 3 to cast, 2/2. Goblin spells cost 1 less to cast, and they have haste. It's a partial lord. It's not an Anthem lord, but it's a lord. Alright. Ancient Stirrings is good. 1 to cast. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, and you may reveal a colorless card from among them, and put in your hand, and put the rest in the bottom of your library. Enchanted Might. Let's see. Alright, I think there's 3 or 4 cards here at the back. This is the rare starting. Alright. First rare in this pack, the last one, is Sakashima the Imposter. 4 to cast 3/1. As it comes into play, you may choose a creature in play. If you do, Sakashima comes into play as a copy of that creature, except its name is still Sakashima the Imposter. It's still legendary, and it gains 4 return Sakashima the Imposter to its owner's hand at the end of turn. That's a mouthful. Basically, it copies a creature, and then you can return it. Recruiter of the Guard is 3 to cast 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with toughness 2 or less. Reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. And the foil is, another Sinew Sliver. Alright, so they started the repeat at the end. I'm not mad about 2 of them. Actually, I'm probably not mad about any of them. But, 2 Sinew Slivers is good for me. I didn't have any. So, alright, so, it didn't get worse. It didn't get better, but it is what it is. They box gave until it couldn't anymore. It was really good box. I'm not gonna lie and tell you it wasn't, but how can you go wrong with all this? This is some good stuff here. So if you were to ask me the question, is it worth it? I'm gonna tell you right now. You gotta realize though, I bought these at $93 a box. Then people are starting to say that it's 120 or 130, even 140 a box. So at that price, maybe not. At the price of $90 that I got it for, yeah, it was worth it to me. Look at some of this stuff here. This is some good stuff here. This is just stuff I could find. This isn't everything, but this is what I could find. How can you go wrong here? So, anyway, if you ask me the question, yeah. Just in these 2 alone, this box is worth it. So that's my opinion. Not everybody had the same experience. So hopefully they do. I wish everybody luck who gets a box, but you never know. So anyway, that was Crackin Packs, the mystery booster box edition. Please, as I have asked every other time before. Subs are what I need. Subscriptions are what I need. I only need a couple more. I can name the channel and then we can go from there. Like the video. I know it's going to be running long. I apologize for that. I had some interruptions in between, and then, these are all cards that some people have never seen, some people have seen, who knows, but it's a set that produces stuff from many sets, so it's like a reprint, but it gave you the original versions. So there's not much I can do about that. So I apologize if it went over too long. Hopefully, in this time that we're in crisis right now, it gave you some entertainment for at least the 45 or so minutes that it has been going. And if you have any questions or concerns, I always ask you, put them in the comments below, or go to the link on the description. It has my Facebook, the Blue Bears Games Facebook page. You can go ahead and send me a direct message from there, or you can put it on the actual page itself if you need something answered. I implore you. We're all bored at this time because we're stuck in like a quarantine. So I'm here all day, all night. Not doing anything, just like the rest of you. And if you want to chat a little bit, I'm here as well. So thank you for watching. Again, please, share this out, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.